Welcome to Fastlane, a JCTV podcast where today it's another recap episode. On this edition, we'll be recapping the final 5 races of the Season 3 Blazer Sim Racing Championship before we fire off next season this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on JCTV. Racing begins at 8. The third season of the BSR InThePitsNews Truck Series was a record-breaking season, especially by one driver who was able to take it all when the checkered flag flew for the final time in February. We'll be taking a look at all 5 of the chase races throughout the third season of the ITPN Truck Series right here on Fastlane.
It's time to crown a champion here for Season 3 of the InThePitsNews Truck Series as we head to Chicagoland, where somehow we've resurrected this track from the dead. We've pretty much taken it, propped it back up for now. We race here tonight. Tonight's race is the 988 Suicide Hotline 225, where we will see the stars of the InThePitsNews Truck Series and perhaps Tyler Watermullen take to the circuit. But while we sit here, let's go ahead and take a look at your playoff field and how they sit as they enter this race. There you see Jonathan Parker, the regular season champion, is currently first in points after the reset. Michael Kruger there in second. Justin Durand and David Durand in 3 and 4. Alonso Chicano, your defending series champion, is fifth here on the playoff grid. There's Ryan Bogey, Alex Kerfin, then it's Dalton Kelly and Willias, and of course Matthew Stotts. After the race, we did the math, we calculated it. Ethan Fonseca Moreno was 1 point short of making it. Matthew Stotts wound up being that 10th and final playoff spot. You see there, that is your points grid. How they will be ready to rock and roll heading into this chase. Of course, 5 races is this championship battle. So you'll see 5 races left here in the season. We'll go ahead and get that schedule pulled up here for you. So that way you can oogle at it, you can look, you can go ooh, you can go ah. You can do whatever you want to do as we look at your season schedule. To close the season, of course, Chicagoland today. We go to Bristol next week, then Homestead, Martinsville, and we finish the season off once again at Kansas. It should be a fun one. Of course, plenty of action still left to go here in the InThePitsNews Truck Series, and it all kicks off here tonight at Chicago. Pace truck pulls off. Nick Hapiak, Jonathan Parker, the front row. They are going to lead the field to the green flag. We are racing here in Chicago. As they fan out, heading down the back straightaway, 3 wide, almost there. Here comes Jonathan Parker trying to make a move to the outside, and Nick Hapiak for the race lead. As he will take the inside line, rolling it through 3 and 4 for the first time here tonight. Parker's trying to clear Kerfin for that second spot. Can't quite do it. And Nick Hapiak is going to lead the first lap, but Parker now to the inside, trying to force the issue. See if he can't make the pass for the race lead. Jonathan Parker working to the inside, and Nick Hapiak going for this race lead. If he can get by that 6, he's going to try to clear and set sail. And we've seen him do that in many races this season for sure. It's something that we've almost become common to. Is that number 81 getting out front and then just leading the rest of the way. He's looking to do so to start these playoffs with a bang, but it's going to take a little bit of work to get around this number 6. At the most, if these guys start to run out of fuel here, but here comes a pass for the lead. Alex Kerfin diving to the inside, going to try to make a move on Parker.
Into turn 1, Kerfin to the inside. Parker going to try and hold it on the outside. Oh, it's going to get close here off the corner. They're going to give each other plenty of room, plenty of respect amongst these drivers, battling cleanly for the race win here.
Kerfin to the inside. Parker going to try to run the outside. Can't quite do it. He's going to arc it down to the bottom. Alex Kerfin has taken the race lead away from Jonathan Parker here with just 5 laps to go. Parker going to try to cross him over if he can. Going to try to stay right there with a 30 so he can make a last-ditch effort. Parker now into second. Kerfin back out front. He was leading the majority of this race. He was able to get out front. His last win came in Season 2 at Michigan. So he's definitely looking forward to starting off this chase with a bang. And he'll have 4 laps to go this next time by. Heading down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. 1.3 seconds is the gap between he and Jonathan Parker.
And as you were talking about the 43 of Ethan Fonseca Moreno, I was watching Michael Kruger and Dalton Kelly battle. Michael Kruger got really loose and almost lost it right in front of Dalton Kelly, and the battle is still on here between the two of them for this 5th spot.
White flag is out, the final lap. Alex Kerfin hadn't found victory lane since Michigan all the way back in Season 2. That was all the way back in May. But now, through 3 and 4, he's going to open up the chase here in Season 3 with a victory. To the checkered flag, Alex Kerfin picks up his 3rd career win in the InThePitsNews Truck Series, takes the checkered flag here at Chicagoland. It's under a second, but it's just too late for this comeback to be mounted without a caution. You know, that's what Arnold needs. He needs a caution, or he needs Kruger to make a mistake. And that's all he needs. And right now, a battle for position, and it looks like he might have had an issue. There it is! A caution's going to fly, and Zach Probst issues with David Duran, and just like that, all this conversation about Kruger locking it up, wiped out, erased. We are going to overtime. And oh my goodness. You cannot blame that on anybody. Just horrible netcode. But then Dalton Kelly at the end right there. Just nothing he could do. Man, oh man, was that some netcode or what?
Yes, it was. There was about almost 2 feet between those cars right there before contact was made. And it still was just enough to get Probst around. I guess iRacing said that Probst is not making it around this corner.
Oh, you
anymore.
can see right there. There is a huge gap between the 2 trucks there. So how there was a caution, I don't know. And you can see there as well what hit Kelly. Probst started to roll as well. So that's where Kelly got his contact. But just like that, I mean, that's all it takes. One incident. And now this race has been turned right back on its head.
Yeah, and Bristol, we're going to have a GWC here to see who wins this race. As we see, it looks like Nathan Fuller is going to come down pit road. Not a bad call here if they crash in front of him, and he's going to be the guy with the fresh stuff. Not enough cars on track for him to really worry about losing too many positions either.
Yeah, I like this gamble. I mean, you know, it drops back at farthest, I think, to 6th place. Brett Bennett is 5th. David Duran 4th. Jonathan Parker is 3rd. Josh Arnold is 2nd. So Arnold right now currently sits as the Dash for Cash winner, but he's got Brett Bennett behind him in 5th that has a shot to swing at it. But how about this as well? Michael Kruger, you know, chase driver, is leading the race, was pretty much looking forward to a win. I believe he might have the most laps led locked up, so that's at least another bonus point for him. Jonathan Parker, David Duran, they're still right here in the mix for this win. But now Michael Kruger and Jonathan Parker, front row, 1-2, look to see if they can strike next while the iron's hot and make the move here for the 2nd race in the chase. Kruger will be the control car. Parker 2nd as they launch the Geico restart zone. The green flag is out, and you see a huge launch by Kruger as he's able to get out in front and clear for the race lead.
And don't look now, but Jonathan Parker's on the bottom for 2nd, and Josh Arnold trying to hold him at bay. Nathan Fuller is right there, too. We just seen him hit pit road. He's got the freshest tires on track right now, and he's looking inside of Jonathan Parker, almost 3 wide there.
Contact was made. White flag is out.
Contact,
and around goes Parker. Parker spins in the background, but up front, Arnold's going to send it in deep. It's not going to be enough, though. Through 3 and 4, Michael Kruger's going to take the checkered flag.
Are the 2 drivers battling for the 2nd position. He could play separator here between the 2 and cause issues for Nathan Fuller or the 43 of Moreno.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, Kerfin comes over the driver radio and says he's going to chill right there, so he doesn't interfere with that P2 battle. He knows it's the Dash for Cash also, so he said he's just going to sit right there and ride and watch.
Yeah, and I believe I'm hearing some frustration over the 4 radio of the blinking issue we had talked about with Moreno. 4 truck feeling like it's not safe for him to pass if Moreno's going to be blinking. You know, kind of feel for him in the terms of a car that you can't see where he is on track. How do you pass a guy like that?
Yeah, obviously Fuller wants to get around him and get that spot, but he doesn't want to wreck him to do it, and can't see him. You can't judge that properly. It's been, unfortunately, a common theme all season long for Ethan Fonseca Moreno.
As Jonathan Parker comes through turn 4, it's going to be the white flag this time by. Moreno has finally been trying to pull him in. He's been having faster laps, but it's just too late. Parker now into 1 and 2. Dominant this whole race, this whole season for this 81 truck. We've seen him just dominate these races he gets out front of, and he just goes on and just beats the field. And that's what we're seeing here tonight yet again. Michael Kruger is 4th. He's going to not jump tremendously, but it's still going to be a big buffer now between himself and that 14 truck for the championship. Through 3 and 4, Jonathan Parker scores win number 5 on his career here at Homestead, and Ethan Fonseca Moreno 2nd place. He will be the Dash for Cash winner tonight. So those two are going to both get to celebrate together here.
Fastlane, a JCTV podcast, is sponsored by FACES, the National Craniofacial Association.
Let's take a look at the upcoming JCTV on-air schedule. Friday, April 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern, the NAOR series continues its 13th season with round number 2 at the Iowa Speedway. And then the next night, Saturday, April 22nd at 8 p.m., it's the ITPN Truck Series season opener race. 8 p.m. Eastern is when things get started. JCTV will be live 6:45 with a special Fastlane Live pre-race show, and then we get on air for the main event at 7:45. Like I said before, green flag at Daytona a little bit after 8 o'clock Eastern. And then Tuesday, April 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern, Michigan International Speedway for the Slide Job Racing League Premier Series. The MF Racing Design Series is going to determine the 10 chase drivers from Michigan. Tuesday, April 25th at 9 p.m., the final race of the regular season for the MF Racing Designs Premier Series. And then Saturday, April 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern, the ITPN Truck Series is going to continue their 4th season at Homestead Miami Speedway for race number 2, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday, May 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern, Slide Job Racing League Premier Series kicks off season 10. Chase is going to start at Nashville Super Speedway, continuing season 10 for the MF Racing Designs Premier Series. Catch that May 2nd, 9 p.m. as we see who is going to win season 10 championship in the Slide Job Racing League this year. All of that can be found right here, youtube.com/@JCTV Racing, or just look up JCTV iRacing on YouTube, and you'll be able to see all kinds of different series this week, next week. All 3 series are back in action here live on JCTV.
Green flag is in the air. Kruger spins his tires a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen it all night. Just a little bit slower getting back up to the
Goes around off the bumper of Zach Probst.
Oh, good Lord, there is
big
chaos.
hit. Wow. Alonso Giacano got drilled right into Kruger, I believe by Alex Kerfin. But I was getting ready to say, or in the middle of saying, really, top lane rolls off so slow, and that is the risk of picking the outside lane for Michael Kruger, one of our championship contenders. Little nudge there from Zach Probst. He was slightly not clear of that inside lane, and that's going to determine the difference tonight. Huge swing in our points for this championship, guys.
Well, right now that's going to help out Jonathan Parker, who's just ahead of Michael Kruger. 23 points was the difference coming into tonight, and that gap's just going to get wider. But on the flip side of things, I believe that impact by Alex Kerfin might be so severe that he actually could be out of this race. That was a hard hit we've seen him take. Not sure what the damage was in here. He's the longest shot he could contend here.
Green flag is being displayed. Parker, clean start. Cameron Caldwell underneath. Nick Hapiak trying to challenge. Caldwell making some noise. Caldwell's going to clear Hapiak. And this will be the last lap of the stage. Let's see if Caldwell can steal one here. He is rolling up to the back bumper of Parker. Parker's still out there. See if we might get a bump and run. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Jonathan Parker is going to win the stage. Cameron Caldwell bringing it home second. And we have a truck stopped on the front stretch. That's going to be Cody McCorkle.
Is that Bennett is able to hold this side by side. We may have to see some 3 wide here. Parker's getting impatient.
This is going to be an interesting finish. Hapiak finally clears Bennett. Oh, Hapiak's going to go around. Caution is going
Bennett
to
gives
be
him
out,
the
and
boot.
Hapiak saves it. What a save. We welcome back Adam Coon. But before we get Adam in here, yeah, what a wreck we just saw. What a save by Hapiak, but wow.
Yeah, guys, what a way to come back right into the booth. This has been some great racing I've been watching out of the corner of my eye the entire time I was gone. The second half, it wasn't really lacking in that first half, but it is picked up. It's been a great racing, not only for the lead, but right here for second. That move Hapiak tried pulling a couple laps ago on Bennett. I thought wasn't going to make it stick, but he did a good job recovering and trying to hold off Jonathan Parker there. It just didn't work out, guys.
Replays are not being nice here. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. And actually, we're going to try this.
Well, what do you think? What do you think, John? That looks like kind of what we've seen all night. Just one guy going in the corner deeper than the guy right in front of him.
So, pace truck is in. The restart is on Cameron Caldwell. 3 laps to go. Oh, it's not over yet. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. Cameron Caldwell. Great restart.
And don't think that 6 car doesn't remember what just happened with the 47. I don't expect there to be any love lost. Brett Bennett was apologetic about the incident, but, you know, coming down here late in the race and getting a boot from somebody like that, you better expect some payback in the books.
I don't think he's going to be close enough here. He's going to have about one more shot to do something on that 47-foot third as Brett actually slides big time there into turn 3. A couple more shots for Hapiak to make a move, but up front, Parker's right on the tailgate of Caldwell.
The white flag is waving one more time around here in the Spoiler Diecast 200 at Martinsville Speedway. Cameron Caldwell, he is clear by a truck length over Parker. Parker gonna try something here. It's not gonna be close. Off turn 4, Cameron Caldwell takes the win at Martinsville. Redemption from last season. Parker gets second, and look who finishes in third. Brett Bennett. What a race. What a finish for that 47.
Right now, he's closing up on the back bumper of this 45 truck of Dalton Kelly, who we also know is in save mode. Ethan Fonseca Moreno going to go to the top side on the 45, and he's going to make quick work of that 45, blow his doors off on the way by, and move Ethan Fonseca Moreno up to the 4th spot. Next driver in front of him is going to be Alex Kerfan and Josh Arnold, as they look like they might have had a pass for second. Josh Arnold might not be saving anymore. Indeed, he is not. He's running a 32.6. Josh Arnold not saving. Race leader still saving with a 34-second lap time. Alex Kerfan with a 33-second lap time. He's still in his save mode. But right behind Alex Kerfan now, Ethan Moreno can see Alex Kerfan.
3 laps to go. and it looks like Arnold isn't fully pushing anymore. He's kind of backed off a little bit, still stagnant at a 5-second gap. Moreno is at not within 10 seconds, but I mean, he'd have to cut 3 seconds the next 3 laps, and he just does not have the pace right now to do that. We're at a 32-second to Duran's 33, who's starting to pick up the pace a little bit more here. He's not fully saving. He's pushing a little more now, so it looks like that 5 might think he's got plenty to go here to the end of it. He's on 46, coming on 47 laps since he last pit, but that 5 might have just pulled the race-winning strategy as he continues on here. 2 to go here at Kansas. All he needs is 2 laps of clean green racing and just about maybe a gallon of fuel to make it to the end.
And right now, Ethan Moreno just blew by the 30 of Alex Kerfan, sets his sights on second, which is Josh Arnold, who's just up the road from him. Entering 3 as Ethan Moreno is now going to enter 3.
With that, the white flag is out.
We're at least going to have a battle for second, Dawson, if Duran doesn't run out.
Justin Duran last year, he was unable to get the win. He had a shot at a championship last year coming into this race, threw it away on a bad pit stop, sped on pit road, and lost the championship that way. But coming back for redemption to score his 3rd career win, he can coast it from here. Out of turn number 4, Justin Duran is going to pick up career win number 3, and it comes here at Kansas.
And Josh Arnold is going to take home, I believe, the Dash for Cash, if I'm not mistaken, Dalton. Or not Dalton, Dawson, names.
Indeed he does with this 2nd place finish over Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Josh Arnold is your Dash for Cash winner. It just took a little bit of fuel saving, and he was able to do it. The official gap for the margin of victory was 3.5 seconds. And let's see if he's got enough maybe to do one last little bit of celebration here. You see Jonathan Parker's going to roll up next to him here.
Let the donuts begin.
As Parker celebrates his championship, we see Justin Duran celebrating his 3rd career win here, coming here at Kansas, the KansasDrainfield.com 200. Jonathan Parker. He finished 13th tonight. I believe this is his first finish outside of the top 10 since his wreck at Atlanta. He has 3 finishes now outside of the top 10 throughout this entire season. So an incredible run to the championship by this number 81 team. A phenomenal year all around. As he continues to burn it down here on the back straightaway now. He came into this race. He knew he was going to win the championship because he had already locked it up by then, but we still got to talk to him anyways. Jonathan Parker, your Season 3 champion. First off, Jonathan, congratulations.
Thank you, Dawson. I appreciate it.
Alrighty, well, we have seen just pure dominance from you all season long. We highlighted it at the start of the broadcast. You come in your rookie season and pretty much you light the league on fire. Top of the stats categories all time here from all 3 seasons. And you've just pretty much just gone through everybody to get to this point. So first and foremost, what are your feelings like winning the championship here?
I didn't think I would be here. I came into the season just wanting to at least win Rookie of the Year, maybe a race, and that I shattered my own expectations. I just acclimated to iRacing a lot quicker than I thought I ever could. So all I ever want to do is just kind of race and have fun. That's basically what I want to do is just race. And I usually don't. It's not that I don't care about the result. It's just the result doesn't. It's almost secondary to. I just love racing things, even though the trucks I've complained about them many times about how they're too full throttle and all that, but I still race them because I still like racing. So I'm just honored because when I first started the season, I was racing up front with Alonso, the defending champion, and racing up front with all these guys who were really fast. So I knew after that could have the season could have been really special, and ended up being pretty special. I know you shouldn't really think about this, especially in a moment like this, but I did leave some races and some moments on the table, but we won't worry about that right now. We'll celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a season. It's just been domination, I would say, start to finish. You have been immaculate as this season has gone on. 5 career wins, all coming this season. That's the most ever scored by a driver in a single season. You walked away with, I think, 5 stage wins as well. So, 783 laps led. That's not only the most in a season, that is the most all time. So, just a lot of just stats that are topping the categories here. Just utmost dominance. And there's no other way to say it. But a 13th place finish tonight, not really characteristic of what we've seen from you. I don't think you led any laps tonight either. So it's
I led
really,
one. I led one.
You led one. So put it at 784 then for the season. But I mean, this whole season has been just, a great run for you. But tonight, what happened tonight that really kind of threw that for a loop?
Well, I want to start from the back, just have a little fun once I knew I'd clinched it. So, first stage, she came out, stayed out, figured might as well save us at a tire. The points don't really matter. Stage 1 doesn't matter. That's not what really did it. It's just I got to that side of the 71 and he slid up, and a little bit of right front damage usually kills you, and that's what happened. I'm not sure if I would have had a chance at a win, because I probably wouldn't have saved fuel. That's just not that fun to me, and I wasn't gonna do that to win a race where the points don't really matter. So I probably would have just went flat out. Don't know where I would have ended up, but I would have liked the chance. I picked a good time to have a bad race, I guess, because it didn't really matter. But yeah, the last part of that race was just miserable, just counting on the laps. I knew I had to finish eventually, so yeah. I was pretty pleased with the pace, though. I was moving through the field pretty okay. I got the top going before that first call she came out. I maybe cancel will be one of my 5 races next season. Maybe I could redeem myself there.
Well, alrighty. Champions, not really the champions finish, I would say, from this race, but still a champion at the end of it all. Who got it here? Who got you here to this point? Teammates, sponsors. What got that 81 truck to the Season 3 championship here in the InThePitsNews Truck Series?
Oh God, I got a lot of people to thank. Jared Wilson, Jared Bogley Motorsports, the owner of Jared Bogley Motorsports. I got you an iRacing championship. That's the first one for you. We got a lot on a bunch of other games like Project Cars and NASCAR Heat. We got you one on iRacing. I'm sure you're proud. I don't know if you're watching live, but you'll hear it eventually. So thank you for believing in me. Back in like 2019, something like that. Christian, he sucks, but he's a good teammate sometimes. Ethan's awesome. Y'all better watch out for him next season. Who else? Honestly, I like to thank all of Radius, because Radius and Michael Kruger in particular, because those guys really pushed me to be better. Believe it or not, every week I go out there and I want to be the best that I could be, and they're the top-notch competition, so I have to put myself up to the test, and I think I did a pretty good job of that this season. Mikey, I'm kind of rooting for you next season, because I think you deserve to be a champion. You got the pace, and you got the racecraft. You got it all. I'm rooting for you. Although you got to put lows on your car. The reason why you're not as fast, you miss out on horsepower from having Home Depot on your car. Got to put lows on your car every once in a while. That'll make you a little faster. But yeah, and everyone at home and you guys in the booth, you guys do a great job broadcasting. You guys at home, JCTV, we're getting more and more subscribers, and it's flipping exciting that we're growing like that. So I'll be broadcasting to you at some point next season. I don't know when. I'll be in the booth for a few races. So hope you guys enjoy listening to me.
Well, alrighty. We look forward to working with you in the booth next season. I look forward to seeing you on the racetrack when you race next year. Congratulations are due once again. Jonathan Parker, your Season 3 InThePitsNews Truck Series champion. Congrats again, Jonathan.
Thank you, Dawson.
But one last time, I want to get a look at the stats, the season to remember. Of course, for Jonathan Parker, 5 wins this season, 6 poles, 5 stage wins as well for the man in the 81. 784 laps led at the conclusion of this race tonight. 13 top 5s, 19 top 10s, a 23% win percentage. All of this through the season, so that puts him top of the boards per season. It's just been an incredible year for this 81. And, you know, I remember his first win came at Auto Club. I was not here. I was gone out of town. We were down in Charlotte for the Roval race. But I was so excited to see him finally break through and win. And I'm so glad, so glad to see him go from just winning a race to winning this championship.
And now after we completed recapping Season 3, we of course have to look forward to Season 4, beginning this Saturday night at Daytona, April 22nd, for a 100-lap affair around the high peaks of Daytona National Speedway. That race every season has always produced amazing finishes, and of course no different should we expect anything this time. This Saturday night, racing begins at 8:05 Eastern. JCTV will go on air at 6:45 for the Fast Lane Live special pre-race show at Daytona. To get things started, we'll hear from all kinds of different drivers, team owners, broadcasters, everything to get started Saturday night to kick off this 4th season of the Blazer Sim Racing League. And then we're going to carry off into Homestead the following Saturday night. After Homestead, we go to Phoenix, Iowa, Michigan, Watkins Glen, the debut of Rockingham, Charlotte, USA International Speedway's first trip there, first trip to Texas, Martinsville for the first time in the regular season. The Charlotte Rover is going to be a little bit different conditions this season. We're going to be pretty much under the lights, and then a return to the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Kansas has moved from the regular season finale to into the regular season, and Talladega is going to return with the double, this time ending the season off with a pair of 45 lap races before we determine who is going to be in our chase for the championship. And it's going to be an elimination style format for the playoffs, beginning at Pocono September 9th, Bristol, Chicagoland. The one we will eliminate 2 drivers, then move on to Kentucky, Dover, and Atlanta, the old Atlanta with its super worn out, and then we're going to move on with our final 4 to Auto Club Speedway, October 28th, everything right here on JCTV, all season long, racing every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on these dates you see here.